Tara Lynn with 5 Acres Honey Farm. It is a beautiful Sunday here in Pittsboro, North Carolina, and I'm going to be spending the afternoon starting some more seedlings and working in the garden and prepping some areas for where I'm going to transplant all of the potatoes, or I guess not really transplant, but plant potatoes. And last weekend I was just visiting a bunch of little shops in Pittsboro, which I like to do every once in a while, and I found a new piece of bee art, so I'll show you a little bit more of a close-up of it in a second. And what's funny is there's actually, I like this reflection happening right now. I have a little quilted piece in front of me that's reflecting on the glass there that says Pittsboro, and I've got also behind me a wall of some art, some of which is pretty much found here in Pittsboro or created here too. And I'll show you how I've been setting up this gallery wall and what my plans for it are. This is the piece that I just found recently at Oak Moss Attic in downtown Pittsboro, and it's almost like on a fabric in a way, and I forget how, I think it is a print, yeah. I forget how she described it, but I really like this style because I don't have too many pieces of art that have like this skep style of the hive. And this is the wall that I've just been slowly growing out. I know there's weird reflections everywhere. This piece is a watercolor that my friend, I believe it's watercolor, my friend had sent back from England when she was living in London for a few years. And this is the artist down here. I don't know whose that signature that is, but it just says "To Bees," which is what the name of the piece is. And then I've got this really interesting creature with their hives in this kind of country setting. And this was a print done by Cattywampus Press in Durham, North Carolina. And I found this at ODDCO, which is a cool music venue slash bar slash art gallery here in Pittsboro. And this is just an antique mirror that I've had since I was in high school. And this was a mirror that I got for my college dorm. I found this in Pittsboro at a vintage shop, and it comes with two similar gold style birds, which we have in our bedroom. And at Pittsboro's Phoenix Bakery, you'll probably see a lot of art that's done in this style. And the owner, Jody, paints all of the art that's for sale there. And she has a kind of like a bunch of themed pieces of bees that, you know, every once in a while pop up. So when this came up, I grabbed it. And now this is kind of the current layout of it, and it's right near our front door. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to place this one. And what I'm planning on doing, this summer is when it's really too hot to be in the garden and everything, I'm actually going to paint this wall navy blue, very deep blue. And I feel like that's going to help bring out like all of the gold trim and pieces in here. And then I'm actually going to be painting all of the downstairs kind of like a very light camel color. So this is a north facing wall, and that way all of the southern exposure that's coming in through the windows will be hitting the light wall. So that way I'm not too scared about doing a dark color here. So I'm thinking of putting it like over here and possibly over here. I try to stay away from light switches because I know the electrical lines are running behind here. Typically, it should only be running from the base up, but you never know how people did stuff. So I try to avoid this area, or if I'm gonna be hanging anything, I would do something that's not so heavy where I'm not gonna be putting like a nail really deep with the risk of potentially hitting a wire. These two pieces of art I had gotten for my college dorm. They're just like French film style design, and they are not obviously related to any kind of bee theme. And eventually, like as I find more pieces, those are going to go somewhere else, and I'll just kind of build this corner out with some more bee art. And this is the quilted piece I was just saying was reflecting on the art. This was made by Holland Homestead Designs. Cara Holland quilted this, so I'll link to that also. I got a nail in over here. I decided to place it kind of off to the corner here, away from that switch plate, and let's see how well it looks here. Yeah, I like it. And I I try to keep like the distance here, if you are doing a gallery wall, I try to be pretty intentional with like the space here is fairly, you know, equal to what the space is here. And this allows, if I find another bee themed piece that will fit here, that way I can keep like the distance between each piece about, you know, not equal everywhere, but just equal in places. Like the distance here is, it's leaving a good breathing room in between the different areas. So this is a work in progress, and I think it'll look a lot better later on this summer when I've got that navy blue wall behind it. Let me know if you have a good place to find some bee art and I can add to this collection. I mainly just keep my eyes open when I'm out and about and at different, you know, vintage shops or even, you know, art galleries and see if there's something that would be a good fit. But I'd love to hear about it. So let me know.